day, everyone. Welcome back to the Doc of Detox show. Today's show is the first part of a four-part docuseries called Fasting for Perfect Health. But before we get started, I'd like to talk about taking back your power, but better still, how would you like to learn how to keep it and never give it away? Our most popular training is the personalized treatment and training. This training is for couples, families, groups, singles, friends, and those who have caretakers. This training is about learning the most powerful anti-aging, body work, and how to reverse the aches and pains and the so-called irreversible. How would it feel to not only master your own body, but to be the guiding light, the practitioner that leads your family out of pain and back to vibrant health on an emotional and physical level? This 7-day training will change your life and those around you for the rest of your life. And understand something. Our master trainers will fly anywhere around the world, and they will teach you one-on-one, whether you're a group, family, or a couple, in your home, in the privacy of your home, and they will teach you how to create the perfect day on an emotional and physical level. Or you can come to us and stay in our oasis side condo that overlooks the mountains and the lake, and it is only a few steps from the Doc of Detox clinic. But understand something, until you decide to be trained to become the master of your body, then you will be going from treatment to treatment. And for those of you who are practitioners and want to bring your practice and your profession up to the highest level, or if you've always wanted to be a practitioner but believed it was going to cost too much in time and money, that ends here. My guarantee to you is that you have the ability to become a professional practitioner and have financial success in the world of natural health. All of our certification courses are registered with the World Organization of Natural Medicine. Our 7-day whole life coach certification is the most in-depth advanced training regarding emotional wellness, nutrition, detoxification and energy medicine, and physical care. Our 7-day Wolfe Deep Tissue certification is the most powerful body work in reversing all acute and chronic conditions. To prove this, we offer a 100% money-back guarantee on not just our treatments, but all our courses. Our 4-day Wolfe Non-Surgical certification is the only course of its kind in the world, and the name speaks for itself. This therapy cures the so-called incurable, focusing on the pelvic area, abdomen, breasts, heart, and face. From organ alignment to facial structuring, to breast lifting and restoring, to abdominal restoration and scar tissue elimination, this course will set you apart from all others. These courses can be taken separately or together as a 21-day advanced certification. And it doesn't end there. You'll also be signed up into our affiliate program. We'll also make you an affiliate website, and we have ongoing trainings every 2 weeks. And our next courses are in Kelowna, British Columbia, November 2019. Fountain Hills, Arizona, January 2020, Sydney, Australia, 2020, London, England, 2020, California, 2020. So go to itioh.com to find the course or training that best suits you. So understand, you can go and get the guide and share and tell people about this show, and they can go to the Doc of Detox library where they will be able to read about fasting for perfect health and be able to watch the show. They will be able to unleash, the most powerful, inexpensive, life-saving, biohacking protocol in health today. I know that's a big claim, but understand something. Talk to the people who have had cancer, MS, Parkinson's, and every other autoimmune disease. We have had thousands, tens of thousands of people go on this protocol, fasting for perfect health. And guess what? If you want to unleash the most advanced water fasting protocol, then pull up a chair and let's get started, So advanced water fasting hacks into your body's biology, unleashing your full potential to heal from the inside out. You know the saying, you are what you eat. That actually applies to humans in a broader sense. Everything we put into our bodies, our foods, our thoughts, our physical movement, all affect how we behave and what we become. Biohacking yourself, you can actually transform yourself. You can transform your body so that you feel more energized, more productive overall, and be the best possible version of you. That's correct. So understand something. Unless you're going to learn how to master your mind, how to master your body, and then utilize life-changing protocols, then you will not have the body or the life that has been promised. It doesn't have to involve being a mad scientist and running crazy experiments with your body. Now, some people will tell you that all sorts of gadgets and measurements are necessary to biohack yourself. But I prefer the good old-fashioned way, nature's way, making small, loving steps, but big lifestyle changes with the Perfect Day Guide, the Braveheart Way Guide, and what we're talking about right now, Fasting for Perfect Health Guide. This, my friend, is the essence of biohacking. You stick with the things that work for you and ditch the ones that don't. After all, when it comes to how your body feels, you're the expert, and so you're the only one that can make yourself sick or make yourself vibrantly healthy. I hope you got this. You are the only one that makes yourself sick. Sick thoughts, sick body. Healing, healthy, vibrant thoughts, healthy body. You were created to create a masterpiece. 3, 2, 1, you got this, Braveheart. So let's talk about advanced fasting for perfect health. Advanced water fasting is one of the quickest ways to align physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Fasting restores faith and knowingness in the healing of oneself. Belief is one thing, but knowing is quite another. We have forgotten how amazing the human body is and that the body will always take care of itself and heal itself when you are rooted in self-love and self-care, because self-care is the only care. And understand something. I know, you've got this. You've heard it many times before that love is the answer, but it's not. Love is just an ingredient that must be stirred into your heart, that vibrates throughout your whole body, because it's self-love that heals. Love, remember, is just the ingredient. We have much more power than we allow ourselves to believe when we truly unleash the practitioner from within. The greatest gift from fasting is that it uncovers your God-given power to heal. The problem today is that people have been programmed to believe that the body cannot heal itself anymore. What happened here? What happened here? So for thousands of years, tens of thousands of years, the body could heal itself. And then once the AMA came into being, which is over about 110 years ago, all of a sudden, the body forgot how to heal itself. We have been stripped of this power. As I stated earlier, believing is one thing, but with knowledge, you cure the incurable. Hey, I'm allowed to say this. You cure the incurable. You're the master of your body, okay? And understand something. Medical science has been searching for cures, and they'll go on searching forever. Find out what is the driving force behind anyone. What is their intention? Is it money? Is it love? Is it the passion for humankind? Is it passion and kindness? We must go inward because healing begins and ends from within the self. It's self-care, not healthcare. We all have a choice to transform today or wait until we pass from this earthly adventure. The choice is yours. The choice has always been yours. So you either go within or you're going to do without. How often do you think fasting is mentioned in the Bible? By my count, there are 77 biblical references to fasting. Does that surprise you? Fasting enables the spirit to reveal and heal physical conditions faster than anything else we know. Isn't that something? Faster than any, you got it. Fasting ignites transformation on all levels, emotionally, mentally, and physically. The transformation that happens with fasting is not only in the physical body, but it also in the mental and the spiritual body as well. People have been educated not to listen to their bodies. Body talk is all the signs and symptoms that most people have been trained to ignore or have been programmed to try to shut down. Come on. You don't know people that have shut down through drugs, that have totally numbed out, that are walking zombies? You don't know people that have shut down by overeating toxic foods because they're running unconscious, subconscious hate programs? Listen, the most important physical relationship you'll ever have is with your body. So treat it like your best friend and listen. Listen to it. Be compassionate with yourself. Be patient. We've been taught to not be patient. And when you run out of patience, you'll become a patient. And guess what? Patients usually don't get well. We all run pain body programs. These are triggered by dysfunctional belief systems programmed by others who wish to have control over us, within us. When you have a headache, it's your body beating you on the head and saying, hello, I'm giving you a headache for a reason. So please listen to me. Get back on track and I'll get off your back. From a headache to a tumor, we're taught to run to the doctor instead of listening to our body. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, stated, if you are not your own doctor, you are a fool. One of the main purposes of fasting is to teach you how to return to a peaceful, restful state. Fasting allows you access to go within to learn about yourself, how to become one with yourself. You know what? This is not a fortune cookie. If you don't become one with yourself and fall in love with yourself and unconditionally love yourself, then you're going to be running programs that are not going to be in alignment with what you truly want. Look at, you cannot use the same mind, okay, to get a different result. So you're going to have to change parts of your personality if you want to change your reality. Understand that when you take the focus off the physical body, you will finally feed the spiritual body or energy body or etheric body. Call it whatever you want, but I assure you of one thing. It exists, and until you really feed that part of you, you will never truly heal the physical. You can only grow consciously, and you can't grow consciously unless you're willing to grow spiritually. End of story. This is why people can spend $30, $40, or even $50,000 going to a cancer clinic and only buy time. Oh yes, I know that there are people that get cured of cancer when they go to cancer clinics. But do these same people know how to create the perfect day in every way? From the minute they wake up until they go to bed before they go? No, because if they knew it before they go, they would never go to a cancer clinic. And when they come back from a cancer clinic spending all that money, I hope for their sake that they know how to create the perfect day in every way. And they understand the power of the Doc of Detox enhanced fasting. Because it's not time you need, it's a new reality. And you cannot have a new reality without changing parts of your personality. Your thoughts make and shape you. It's time to unleash the authentic you with the Doc of Detox Advanced Water Fasting Protocol. With advanced water fasting, it is extremely important to be in a calm state of mind, to incorporate meditation, prayer, and, of course, the Lionheart breathing in your program. But just not in your program, but throughout your day, so that you stay centered in the self where healing takes place, so that you stay centered in the present moment where your true power lies. And understand something. You should be resting. You should be sun gazing in the morning, going outside and grounding yourself and being in nature as much as possible. Everybody that I've ever talked to that has done short or long-term fasting have all come up with the same conclusion. That meditation, prayer, staying connected to your breath helps to conserve and create energy for autophagy, stem cell production, immune building, along with the cleansing and repairing of all body tissues, joints, and organs. No one should ever jump into water fasting without proper supervision and guidance. We live in a different environment now. We have more toxins. We have more people on prescription drugs. And Fear is a major part of everyone's diet on this planet right now because corporations have learned how to school, rule, and fool us. And look, you can't tell me that food is less toxic. It's more toxic. The air is more polluted. There are so many more factors to take into consideration now. Before you start on this life-changing journey, make sure you consult with a Doc of Detox certified fasting coach to guarantee your success. Look it, you're worth it. A study was done in 1946 by Professor Anton J. Carlson, and he stated, a well-exercised, healthy woman or man can live from 50 to 75 days without food, but only if they're not exposed to severe cold, they're avoiding physical work, stress, and they maintain emotional calmness. You know, this emotional calmness thing is going to come up so much. You know, you have no idea of how much more supplementation, how much more therapy you need because you have not learned how to master your emotions. So make sure that you do check out, okay, the Braveheart Way, 12 self-loving steps, all right? All right. So back in 1898, Nikola Tesla, who was a visionary, knew that all of these environmental toxins were going to cause physical and emotional and neurological conditions. Toxins damage the cell membrane, disabling their ability to respond and signal properly, creating a disconnection between the gut and the brain. Tesla stated that we need to cleanse harmful organisms out of our system before doing a water fast. This is why at the Doc of Detox, we implement the Perfect Day protocol to cleanse all your vital organs of parasites, worms, mold, and fungus prior to advanced water fasting. Because today everyone is riddled with these harmful organisms. It is totally essential that you go to the Doc of Detox library and you read over the Perfect Day Guide and go to where we talk about 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., okay, and go through that and take a look what a perfect day diet is. And understand you will not be taking all those supplements, but at least start to get a handle. And then if you have questions, call us at the office. This is what we're here for, is to support you. Okay, it doesn't have to be about product. It doesn't have to be about anything except you asking questions, and all your questions matter because you matter, okay? So after you cleanse the bulk of these harmful elements out of your body's energy can focus on healing, regenerating, and restructuring the DNA and restoring your organs to function better through the autophagy stem cell production phase for complete renewal of your body tissues. Look, with fasting, your body will heal in priority. This means that whatever illness is threatening your life the most will be healed first and foremost. You may be suffering in pain from a certain condition, but your body will still choose the disease which threatens your life the most. So understand this. Patience has been robbed from all of us with the quick fix of there's a pill for every ill. We must now create a self-care program fueled by self-love, because this is the only way patience for the self will be restored into your subconscious. Erase and replace dysfunctional beliefs about yourself and let self-love usher in the authentic you, the real you, the healing you. Understand the symptoms that we have all been programmed to hate are not the curse, but the blessing that tells us we are not in alignment with our spirit. Understand something. If you don't understand that pain, inflammation, and swelling can be part of a healing phase, then you're going to get yourself in trouble, because you're going to rush right off to the doctor, get a prescription, and tell your body to shut up. In every relationship, whether it be with your body or your spouse, if we are unwilling to listen and shut down communication, then we will end up with a disease in one case and maybe a divorce in another. The ultimate goal is to reactivate the body's self-healing mechanism, which is the only way to restore vital health to the body, and we help people achieve this with our products and our protocols. Life is about understanding yourself and understanding the energetic signatures, okay? And I do mean energetic signatures of everything around you, because everything around you is based on signals. And everything that you drink, say, and do signals your body in somehow. Listen, the feeling of love of other people, the feeling of love for the environment, and connecting to your higher self, which I call God, because heaven is within reach of all of us. We just need to know how to tap into it. Continue to seek the truth. Search for the answers, because everybody should be a seeker. You should always make it your number one goal to improve yourself. Even if you improve yourself by only 1% every single day, by the end of the year, you will have improved yourself by 365%. And guess what? It brings me back to this. 3, 2, 1. You got this, Braveheart. Understand something. Repetition is the key. Just know this. Your body is designed to heal itself from anything and everything. Forget symptoms. What's the root cause of your physical and emotional pain? Unleash your power today. Check out our video, 12 Self-Loving Steps, and the Braveheart Way Guide, found in the Doc of Detox library. Look, to totally heal from any disease, you must plant yourself within the wisdom of nature. What am I talking about? Well, the 4 pillars of healing are what? Sunlight, structured water, clean air, and clean food. Understand something. Food is so important to us. It's not the most important. It has been made to seem like we can't live without a meal. And with most people, if they go without a meal, they've got a headache. How toxic is that on an emotional and physical level? But understand something. For corporations, their food is their weapon. You heard what I said. What do you think is pulling down humankind right now? You may ask yourself, why am I sharing this next bit of information with you? I need you to understand what is being planned for you and your family. You have the right to know that your life is being threatened. I feel that it is my job to let you understand that that threat is real, and then offer alternatives for you and your family, because we are one people, we're one planet, and we're one family. And you know what? This is not some kind of a fortune cookie phrase. This is reality. And my job is to serve, guide, and support all of those who choose to take their body, mind, spirit back and reclaim their God-given right. Make no mistake about it. We have been intentionally programmed by Big Agra to think that we need to eat more than our body requires. This was and still is a plot created and fueled by Big Pharma. Big Pharma continues to conspire with Big Agra to condition us to eat poisonous foods. Food is their weapon of choice. If you control the food, you control the people. If you poison the food, you poison the people. Political control is tied to the food chain, and the food chain is broken. We are broken as a nation because we are a nation of inflammation. Tell me we're not. Tell me that 85% of the population doesn't have autoimmune disease, because they do. Tell me that 1 out of 2 people will not suffer from cancer, because they will. Together, Big Pharma and Big Agra have genetically modified our food, sprayed it with toxic chemicals such as glyphosate, and they continue to spray these chemicals into our air and add chemicals into our drinking water. Did you know that Big Pharma is the puppet master to all major media outlets? Do you realize that they use the media to program us to eat their processed and packaged chemical-laden microwavable food? These poisonous foods create a condition called leaky gut, which causes the only real disease, systemic inflammation. Systemic inflammation in turn creates all the other diseases, which are just chronic symptoms of inflammation. Like I stated, we are an inflammation nation. Welcome to the inflammation nation, where the majority is asleep at the wheel, taking prescription drugs and unknowingly telling their body to shut down. Western medicine is chronic disease management. It is no more than this. Profit before people, and at what cost? Understand, chemical farming is being used as a weapon, and it's destroying human biology right down to the cellular level. The health of your microbiome is the predictor of how long and how healthy you will be and how healthy you will stay. Understand, you may call it farming, but they are using chemical warfare on you and your family, and this chemical is called Roundup, otherwise known as glyphosate. Roundup is a powerful antibiotic pesticide that kills all beneficial bacteria in the soil, and then it proceeds to do the same to you. Roundup is the most successful chemical warfare this planet has ever seen. We use 140 billion pounds of glyphosate annually to treat the soil, or should I say to mistreat the soil. Oh, and guess what? This is what most people spray their backyards and gardens with. By the 1980s, we were already unknowingly consuming Roundup in our drinking water due to homeowners overspraying their lawns. So who's the real terrorist? Glyphosate has never been patented as a weed killer. It has only been patented as an antibiotic, and then it was repatented as an antiparasite. Glyphosate is a water-soluble toxin, and you never want to introduce a water-soluble toxin into the environment because it is impossible to take it back. Did you hear what I just said? It is impossible to take it back. What this means is, because it is water soluble, not fat soluble, it will easily penetrate the gut lining and cross the blood-brain barrier, which could mean total destruction to your body and brain because it goes everywhere. Glyphosate also blocks the making of essential amino acids, which are the building blocks of your life, my life, your cell's life. Did you know that the amount of Roundup used on this planet that actually hits weeds is less than 0.1%? The other 99.9% gets absorbed into the soil and into the water system. So now we're seeing the runoffs from these farms in the water table. The Mississippi River collects up to 80% of the Roundup used in the United States, and then it evaporates into the air you breathe. From here, it then goes into the clouds and eventually rains down on us. You may be growing organic crops, but they're being rained on with glyphosate. Yeah, you got it. Other toxic chemicals as well, such as chemtrails and heavy metals. This water-soluble toxin is now locked into our environment. Our only saving grace is that there are fungi and bacteria that will eventually digest the glyphosate. But to have that take place, we need to stop spraying because we are destroying these very bacteria and fungi, okay, that could save our lives. Glyphosate is actually killing the good bacteria in your gut, which will predict the disease or cancer that you will get and maybe die of. Bacteria are your greatest protectors. Kill them and you're killing yourself. The bacterial genome is way more important in predicting cancer than the human genome because the human genome was proven to be a total falsehood. I bet you didn't know that, or maybe you're on top of this. The bacteria in your gut are your greatest source of medicine, and you never forget it. Because your bacteria, okay, you are 50 trillion cells, but you're 500 trillion bacteria. You're a walking glob of bacteria. And the major part of that bacteria lives in your large intestine. So how important would it be to do the daily cleansing tea every day? Oh yeah, you have no idea. Take a look at anybody that is really sick or dying, and you'll see that their bowels are not moving, or they're hardly moving at all, or they've got flaming diarrhea. These are signs and signals that you're in trouble. Understand that the destruction of glyphosate does not end with your bacteria. It also destroys the tight junctions of your cells that hold your gut together. Oh yeah. These tight junctions are Velcro-like proteins holding each other together, regulating what can enter the bloodstream and what cannot. But glyphosate tears these tight junctions apart, making this lining similar to a screen door in a submarine. Your gut lining takes up the area of about 2 tennis courts, and your tight junctions are half the width of a human hair from the top to the bottom. They can heal, but when they are continually being attacked, they can be permanently damaged. So go ahead, create inflammation every day with drinking wine or beer, or doing gluten, or having dairy in your diet, or giving your kids treats all the time. Here's the big thing. I mean, We do not monitor what goes in our mouth. We have a 4-inch consciousness, and then we have 30 feet of hell. Look at. I know it seems like I'm dramatizing this, but you know what? It's not hard to be healthy if you have the rules. If you're not going to play by the new rules on this planet, then planet Earth will be just life-threatening, and it will not be a fun-filled place. So let's get back to our story. Glyphosate increases the permeability of this delicate but massive membrane called your gut. We first start leaking in the sinuses and then throughout our whole digestive tract, from our mouth all the way down to our rectum, which means our defense system is down and open for attack from the outside world. This is why the Doc of Detox Perfect Day Diet and the Advanced Water Fasting Protocol needs to become a lifestyle for those who wish to achieve and maintain excellent health. Look at, if you don't want to bring love home, if you don't want to bring health home, your home was never going to be your castle. You know, we don't understand that we can become the terrorists that we fear in our life if we do not know how to master our physical or emotional bodies. Between the toxic chemicals from our environment and the toxic foods we ingest, this all adds up to a life of pain. Tell me that most people you don't know aren't in pain. I mean, pain is the biggest moneymaker on this planet for corporations. And understand, first we start with pain. And that pain was caused because of inflammation. And as long as this keeps going, you're going to have crystallization. And you're going to have calcification, where the calcium is actually being pulled from your bones. And now it's in your organs, it's in your tissues, it's in your joints. Don't ask yourself where osteoporosis comes from. It's not like you have to be a rocket scientist to understand that. And then if the inflammation continues, you're going to have internal scar tissue formation and even mutation, which in turn leads to disease and premature death. Who do we turn to then? The doctors who work for Big Pharma? Welcome to the domino effect of unconscious living. Welcome to the harvest. And I suggest that you read the Domino Effect Guide in our library at docofdetox.com for a better understanding of what happens when we do not repair our leaky gut. Did you know that the AMA, otherwise the American Medical Association, took down natural health over 100 years ago? They burned all the books on natural health. They closed all the spas, natural healing springs, and shut down all the natural clinics and schools and colleges, all to introduce the medical model of pharmaceuticals. But you know, don't believe me, do your own research. Find out if I know what I'm talking about. And you can also read the Medical Mafia Guide that I wrote. It's in my library at docofdetox.com. If you want to understand the downfall of self-care and the birth of today's healthcare, which is not healthcare at all. Before this takedown happened, it was commonplace and the natural thing for people to do. To what? To fast, drinking healing water, and returning to nature. For centuries, water fasting and enemas played a key role in healing the body, mind, and spirit. It was actually part of the medical system's protocol up until a few years ago. Understand this, water fasting is miraculous. Gandhi would fast one day every week and would do a 10-day fast once a year. When he was assassinated, they did an autopsy on him. They said his organs, skin, and entire physiology was that of a 40-year-old. Gandhi was 78 years old when they performed the autopsy. Arnold Ehret was a natural health educator, researcher, and author of many books on diet, detoxification, fasting, vitality, health, and longevity. He performed a study in the early 1900s on water fasting, where he sealed himself in a glass cell in the presence of a notary public and 2 physicians for 49 days and nights. He consumed nothing but water, and when his fast was over, he stated that humans eat 10 times the amount of food that their body can handle, and that humans are dying because we are expending too much energy on digesting food. This is why the majority of the world is spoiled rotten. Check out the Spoiled Rotten Guide in my library at thedocofdetox.com. You're going to love this read. The Spoiled Rotten, it talks about the average family, the average couple, the average all-American. So, Arnold Earhart said that humans have violated the laws of food more than any other animal on earth, and that we do not need as much food as we are consuming. And this was in the early 1900s, before eating became a 24/7 buffet. Look, 70 to 80% of your total daily energy expenditure is spent on breaking down food, trying to metabolize the food, and trying to utilize the nutrients from food. The energy it takes to digest one meal a day uses up the vital energy we need to think, exercise, and to perform our daily activities. The majority of the population is wasting most of their energy on digesting one meal a day because they are not eating the right foods and they're not chewing their food until it's a liquid. Look at, we need to drink our solids and chew our liquids. A major rule. We need to learn how to food combine. We need to not terrorize the family at the table. We need to stay connected to our breath. Look, to add to this, most of the population consume alcohol, don't they? Soda drinks, artificial sweeteners, refined carbohydrates, and sugars. This is why there are so many people that are sick, tired, and unhealthy, because the majority of the population are eating the wrong foods at the wrong time, eating too much food, and they no longer have the energy to break down this fake food, so they are becoming spoiled rotten. There was a study done at the University of Chicago by doctors Carlson and Cundy. They wanted to see what would happen if you put a 40-year-old man who was unhealthy on a 14-day water fast. At the end of the 14-day water fast, the tissues of this unhealthy 40-year-old man were in the same physiological condition as those of a 17-year-old boy. A professor at the University of Chicago took old flatworms that were about to die, and he fasted these worms for about 2.5 months. The worms started off as long flatworms, and by the time the fast was done, they were just tiny little worms. Then he started feeding them again, and as they grew back to their normal size, he noticed that from the physiological standpoint, they were just as young as they were when they were born. I mean, is this crazy? I know they're just flatworms, but understand something, it still is science. In his report, he concluded that partial starvation reverses the aging process and that the worms were actually brought from an advanced age back to the beginning of their lives. For the majority, the definition of starving is missing one meal, like I stated earlier. For many, missing just one meal will create symptoms such as headaches, nausea, aching muscles, and joints. This is a sign of total body toxemia. A study at the USC was completed by scientists where they proved that water fasting for as little as 72 hours flips the regenerative switch and prompts stem cells and brand new white blood cells to be created. Their conclusion was that 72 hours of water fasting regenerates the entire immune system. Did you get that? Is that amazing? Even in the elderly. Look, you're never too old to become young. With the Doc of Detox Advanced Water Fasting, we have proved this on tens of thousands of people. And I have never had anyone get injured or have any negative symptoms, okay, except regular detox symptoms. And because our advanced fasting, okay, is different than all other fastings, and because we use high energy products, we're capable of creating a fast that will detoxify and regenerate new tissue faster than anything else that I know of, creating more stem cells faster than anything that I know of, creating autophagy faster than anything else I know of, which is basically the eating of old dead cells and getting rid of them and renewing our bodies. Understand something. You have been sold a lie. Your body is amazing. You are amazing. And let us help you unleash this. Unleash that practitioner from within. Enough of the fear, enough of being scared, enough of complaining, enough of explaining. You got this. 3, 2, 1. I know you got this. Let's continue. In 1965, a 27-year-old man named Angus Barberry fasted for 382 days under medical supervision. He was tired of being obese. He weighed 456 pounds, and after his fast was complete, he lost 276 pounds with no, understand this, with no adverse effects. One of the best ways to balance the hormones when it comes to sterility, infertility, is by using the Doc of Detox Advanced Water Fasting Protocol. In the past, before a woman would get pregnant, she would do a water fast for up to 40 days. I bet you didn't know this. I bet you this is lost. This was lost in time. After the fast was complete, they would then focus on getting pregnant. Why wouldn't you want to clean and repair all of your cells before you try to get pregnant? Let logic prevail. The baby's health is an extension of the parent's health, but more importantly, it's like, sorry women, but it's like 90% up to you. To have a healthy baby, one must first cleanse the bowel, clean the liver, eliminate the harmful organisms. In other words, clean the oven before you decide to bake the cake. It is very important that the man joins his partner in this journey so that his sperm is cleansed of all these harmful organisms as well. And understand something else, men out there, and I need to tell you this. Don't you dare yell at your women. Don't you dare come home and create fear. Because the minute that that baby enters the womb, it is listening to you. And it picks up on everything: fear, anger, hate, love, joy, happiness. Don't kid yourself. Where do you think the programs come from? Isn't it interesting that when it comes to children, they will naturally want to fast when they get sick? But parents will try to come to their rescue and say, oh no, here, take this medication to lower your fever. Eat this. You must be hungry. Parents mean well, but now they've shut down the body's natural healing process. Fasting is all about returning to nature, where healing begins and ends. Parents have been unknowingly programmed by Big Pharma. This is why it's called adulteration. The same goes for animals. When they are injured or sick, their natural response is to not eat or drink. They naturally go into a meditative state, finding a safe place so that they can heal in peace. You heard what I said, in peace. So you men, you understand that when your women are pregnant, you give them peace. You don't come home fearing that you may not be able to buy the diapers or the food. You get your Braveheart on. 3, 2, 1. You need to get this. And definitely, couples, you need to really start looking into the Braveheart way and doing the 12 loving steps and doing the couples connection, doing the mirror work. Okay? It's so important. I mean, what's so wrong with just totally loving yourself and totally loving each other and totally loving your day and creating the perfect day? So let's move on. So what is fasting? Fasting is a powerful, inexpensive healing strategy that has been used by ancient healers and physicians throughout history. A basic fast is considered to be when you consume 1/4 of the calories you need each day. For the majority, this would be between 400 to 600 calories or less. But research has proven that consuming 0 calories during the fast will create and activate the greatest healing potential. Look, learn the art of true healing by integrating the Perfect Day Nutritional Guide and Fasting for Perfect Health Guide into your daily life. To enhance and support advanced water fasting, we utilize the Perfect Day Protocol, the ultimate coffee enema, high vibrational frequency nutritionals, advanced energy medicine such as the Avicin, Bioptron light therapy, the sentient element, and Wolfe deep tissue to what? To break up the calcium deposits, to melt down the crystallization, and to untie the fibroids, the tumors, to untie the scar tissue, the webbing that's in your joints, in your tissues, and in your organs. And we have a special technique that we use called Wolfe Non-Surgical therapy for total body restoration. And I mean it. You can have the body of a young person again. You don't have to be limping around or not able to brush your hair, wipe your bum, not able to put your clothes on properly, not able to play sports anymore. This is all just a fallacy. You've all been taught and programmed that you're getting old and your body breaks down and you know what? For your age, you're doing good. Well, I'm 63 years old, okay? And guess what? I'm getting younger every day because I'm learning to master my mind, to take control of my body, cells, bacteria, everything. I am the master of my life, and I am in control of my destiny. Are you? So we must learn how to create the perfect day in every way, from the minute we wake up until we go to bed. Look, we use the best of the best, okay? Nature's best. Even when it comes to water, we only use structured water for our advanced water fasting and for our perfect day for all of our clients and students that we teach, okay? Because structured water quickly and efficiently eliminates inflammation due to its low surface tension. The Doc of Detox advanced water fasting protocol can and will uncover your body's true healing potential by transforming your health all the way down to the cellular level. Look, realizing that all disease and sickness hide behind inflammation is the first step to freedom. Once you have reduced the inflammation that undermines your health, you can then take full advantage of the Wolfe deep tissue and the Wolfe Non-Surgical to finally remove the invisible bonds that bind your joints, your tissues, and your organs. Understand something. If you do not want to go to surgery, this is not the alternative. This is the number one priority, is to take control back, is to actually become the master of your day. Understand something. If you go to a surgeon, he's going to want to give you surgery. If you go to a general practitioner, medical doctor, they're going to write you a script. If you come to us, we're going to give you back the power on an emotional and physical level to heal yourself. Look, we all want to feel better, but deep down inside, what we really want is to heal better. And to do this, removing displaced calcium buildup, crystallization, and internal scar tissue formation from our joints must take place by gently pulling apart and dissolving these invisible bonds that prematurely age us. I believe that you would have to be asleep at the wheel if you have not noticed that most people over the age of 40 are complaining about muscle and joint problems on a continual basis. Look, you can believe it or not believe, but I'm going to tell you right now that 95% or more of everybody that has surgery would not have the surgery, because most of these surgeries are because of chronic health conditions, which means that they just never have really understood how to take their own power back, how to create the perfect day, how to reverse this inflammation, scar tissue formation, calcification, and mutation. We want to show you this. Look, with the Doc of Detox advanced water fasting, people quickly restore their faith and belief in self-healing. We forget how amazing the human body is, and that the body will always take care of itself and heal itself when self-love and self-care become the driving force. The biggest gift of fasting is that it gives people back their power to actually cure the incurable. We must go inward first and foremost, because all healing comes from within. The ultimate fasting guide, along with the perfect day guide, can and will uncover your true healing potential deep within, while transforming your health all the way down to the mitochondria level. Because your mitochondria, they're in charge of making the ATP. And guess what? A 75 kilogram man needs 85 kilograms of ATP every day. Wouldn't you like to do it the fasting way? Wouldn't you like to do it the perfect day way? Wouldn't you like to do it the Braveheart way? Because your emotions, guess what? Actually, they decide your genetics. You have actually transmitters on the outside of every cell that are unique to you, and they pick up signals. These signals are from your emotions and everything that you eat and drink and do. In today's environment, fasting is no longer a passing fad. It needs to become a lifestyle for all those who truly seek vibrant health. We must embrace fasting if we wish to keep our health physically, mentally, and spiritually not just alive, but thriving. Remember that the number one rule, if we want to learn something new, it takes practice. Just know your perfect day can be achieved, but it takes constant repetition until it becomes what? Second nature. Are you prepared to take massive action to achieve the life most only dream of? Achieving true success in life depends on a dress rehearsal each and every day called the perfect day. Over time, we will develop muscle memory in every cell of our body. With everything we are willing to repeat enough, this is how we master life. Your body, heck, your whole life is run by your prominent beliefs, thoughts, and programs. Either you do your own programming or others will do it for you, only to serve their programs and understand. Fasting will become easier the more you practice it. Before I finish, I would just like to say that in this fun-filled, life-threatening adventure called Planet Earth, you will either get trained to master your body or you will be mastered and even mistreated. Go to itiroh.com and discover the practitioner from within. To stay updated on all the Doc of Detox shows, go to docofdetoxshow.com. Our shows are also featured live on Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe below and click on the bell to enable notifications so that you never miss a show again. At the bottom right of your screen, you can enable closed captions by clicking on the CC button and share this with anyone around the world so that they can watch the show in their language. Thank you for joining me on part 1 of Fasting for Perfect Health. See you for part 2. God bless. If you're looking for life-saving and life-changing information, well, you've come to the right place. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Stay connected.